Well, like any parent, Emilio was the star of our universe when he came to Diane and I. And when he passed away, Diane and I both knew we knew so much about cancer, that long journey, that we had to give back. And it was during his journey, my wife and I really noticed our support system was there, but many of our neighbors, so to speak, did not have that safety net, did not have those extra hands and extra shoulders to rely on. So the foundation started as a grassroots small to provide simple programs that we saw that were very impactful, whether it's a gas card, a food card, just really very basic things. And as that foundation grew and was able to expand its programs, we tackled transportation. So Ride with Emilio was born out of the necessity to making sure these families get to their appointment on time and have that fighting chance, like my child did and all the other children that were able to get transportation. Each child matters to us. We get to know these families on a long-term basis because they use our programs. They become family-like to us. And so we pride ourselves on being a hands-on organization and making sure that they get the services they need. When cancer strikes the families we serve, it becomes not only an emotional, but a financial crisis. And transportation is usually the #1 problem that they have. So Ride with Emilio really serves these families, so it provides free transportation from the home to their cancer treatment and then back home. People don't realize, and they take for granted, transportation here in San Diego. But again, it's the #1 problem from the families we serve. So it just eliminates a lot of stress, a lot of fear, and it also, in the long run, it really makes sure that the child gets the best fighting chance for their cancer treatment. We want them to have every best possible chance, and making sure that they get to their treatment on time does that. The need is there, but we're also looking at expanding our program to San Francisco, where there's a great need, just like here in San Diego. Transportation is a problem with these families regardless of what city they're in. So funding or other resources so we can provide this very valuable program. So it's my mission in life and the Foundation's mission to provide these programs and to be there to give them the support. They need it, and we're going to do it as long as we can.
My parents were both elementary school teachers before Dad went back to school and became a physician. And we were raised valuing education highly. So my husband and I wanted to honor that value and that tradition, and so we formed the Molina Foundation. The mission of the Molina Foundation is to reduce disparities in access to education and health. Education and health are inextricably linked. And that really starts with literacy. If you can't read, then you can't understand the directions on your medicine bottle or understand what preventive care measures you need to take to make sure your children are immunized. It's more than just being able to read. It's being able to understand how to make a doctor's appointment or where to get your medication that the doctor's prescribed, how to take it, and how to follow up. How to ask a question of the doctor if you don't understand what he or she has told you. That's all part of health literacy. The healthcare system has become very complex, and it's going to require that you learn things on your own. And in order to do that, you need a guide. We try to be that guide. The foundation relies upon community, and whether it's a local business, other community-based organizations, or individuals, they can join us. They can join us by sponsoring different activities, sponsoring a classroom, or volunteering. We have lots of opportunities for each of these things. We can't do this alone. We need help. Just like any community, we get things done together. And one of the things the foundation is looking to do in the future is to bridge that digital divide, to make available access to technology so that children, feel equal with their peers, we're going to have to get technology in their hands too. You know, I think we as a family will have the legacy of being an example of a Latino family that worked hard, that took education seriously, and that put others before ourselves and tried to help those in need, so that they are more literate, so that they are healthier, and so that they're able to grow up and be the best that they can be.
My name is Kerry Casey, and I have the privilege of serving as the Ambassador for Fathers at the National Center for Fathering. In this great country, 20 million children will go home tonight without a father in their home. Consider the outrage there would be if a health-related epidemic affected this many children. We know that every day lives are lost to fatherlessness. The research lays it out. Children are significantly more at risk when a father is not present. Homelessness, teen pregnancy, school dropouts, gang involvement, incarceration, rape, and suicide, all significantly higher from those that come from fatherless homes. The National Center for Fathering reaches millions of dads annually with innovative tools, resources, and programs that inspire and equip men to be engaged in their children's lives. We know that education is important, and safety in education continues to grab the headlines. Our school-based fathering involvement program, Watchdogs, puts fathers into the school system as adult male role models and as an extra set of eyes and ears on the school campus. This school year, over 400,000 dads will be involved in over 5,000 schools. That represents an impact to over 2,500,000 children. In San Diego and Riverside counties alone, over 10,000 watchdog dads will volunteer 80,000 hours and impact almost 60,000 children through this program. We also have a network of trained trainers that reach out to local communities, impacting churches, schools, prisons, and social service agencies. Here is a short testimony of one such trainer.
Is a gang similar to a father figure if that's not what's in your life? If you're in a gang, you're doing life with that gang, right? That they're going to tell you what to do, what not to do. You get caught up in the drugs, in the money, in the power, in the control, and you try to get out of that. It's tough, it's difficult. I want them to know that they are not a felon, they are not an ex-offender, they are a new creation, they are a new citizen, and there's hope in people like me and people like you who has given me hope. You have given me hope. National Center for Fathering has given me hope to encourage other men to be better fathers.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego provides a home away from home for families with a child in medical crisis, which means we see families from throughout San Diego County and beyond who come to the hospital for a variety of inpatient care, and our job is to support those families so they can care for their child next door at the hospital. The Ronald McDonald House is really a worldwide movement. It started in 1974. Today there are about 350 houses throughout the world. We actually were the 20th house built in the system in San Diego that opened in 1980. And we opened our new facility where we are today, 65,000 square foot, in 2009. For the families we serve, I think perhaps the greatest impact we have is this ability to allow them to step away and find a hug, a good meal, a break from a very, very stressful situation. Because all of these families have one thing in common, that's a child who is seriously ill or injured that is actually staying in the hospital. And families report that one of the best things they can be is close to their child in the hospital, but able to find a little bit of distance when they need it. And that's what we try to do 365 days a year, is always be there for them. And it's really fun and warm and rewarding to see moms and dads from all walks of life get together to talk about and be with each other, talk about their child, and to be with each other so they can kind of help each other get through what's a very tough time. Each year we provide services to more than 50,000 people. We break that down into those staying with us on an overnight basis, so that's about 45,000 room nights every year. And on average, when a family stays with us, they stay with us about 15 days. In addition, because we're so close to our two main hospitals, Rady Children's and Sharp Mary Birch, we're able to open our doors for family use access throughout the daytime. So folks can come visit with us during the day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and our other services, and then return to the hospital. So in total, we see about 50,000 visitors per year come through the house. Our most ideal partner are those who want to give back to our families, and they can give back in many, many different ways. One of our most significant ways is when they come and serve a meal to our families. About 280 times a year, a group from our community will come in and serve a breakfast, a lunch, or a dinner. It's really great to watch these folks be able to interact with families in need. I think they all walk away with something. The families with a wonderful meal and a comforting thought, and the volunteers with a very warm feeling about what they've experienced.